Science 3400, assignment 2, number 10. A ball is thrown straight up in the air and passes a certain window 0.3 seconds after being released. It passes the same window on the way back down 1.5 seconds later. What was the initial velocity of the ball? All right, well, let's start looking at the problem. We've already drawn a picture here for us, so let's see what we can figure out from this. So down here is going to be time 0. Here's time 1, which is 3 seconds. And over here at time C is 1.5 seconds later. 1.5 seconds later than the 3 seconds, or 0.3 seconds, means this is at time 1.8 seconds. How far is it going to go, or how long is it going to take to go from C to D? Well, being that there's no other forces on it other than gravity, it is going to be, there's the point there, this 1.8 plus 0.3. So at the bottom, 1.8 plus 0.3 is 2.1 seconds. Now if it took 2.1 seconds to go all the way up and all the way back down, how long did it take to get to the top, or the apex is half of that, 2.1 divided by 2, which is 1.05 seconds. The other way of looking at it is, if it took 0.3 seconds to go to B and 1.2 to go, or 1.5 to go up and over, so if this is here to this path is 1.5, half the path is 0.75, so then it would be 0.75 plus my original 0.3 seconds, which is 1.05 seconds. Now so it's the same answer, two different ways of coming to it. Now we need to figure out what was the initial velocity of the ball. So, what do we know? Well, we know that the initial velocity we're looking for is question mark, VF equals 0, because we're only going to look at half of the trajectory. What else do we know? That the time to go from my initial to my final is going to be 1.05 seconds. What else do we know? We know the acceleration due to gravity, 9.81 meters per second squared. I am going to say that up is positive. What does that mean? My acceleration is downward. What equation are we going to use? Let's not overcomplicate it. We are going to use U equals VF minus AT. Plug in my values. 0 minus 9.81 meters per second squared times 1.05 seconds. My initial velocity then is 10.3 meters per second.